evening, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be with everyone on this very special occasion when we recognize and honor our students for their outstanding engagement, their service, and their leadership. And what an amazing group of students we have here tonight. I have been with USG for just 6 months, and I've had the opportunity to meet many of these students by Zoom, I will say. I'm really missing the opportunity to see everybody in person, but I've gotten to know many of the students who are being recognized this evening through their service on the Student Council, as USG ambassadors, through their amazing podcasts, and more. Such an impressive group of students. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your leadership and for your service, especially during this very stressful time of the pandemic. And all of the stress and events and occurrences that have happened over the last year, you have all risen to the occasion to support your peers, to take initiative, and to be in service of the values and the causes that are most important to you all. And you set a model, you set a standard for all of us of what it is to live a life of service, to not be afraid of your leadership, and to find your voice. And it's remarkable and inspiring. You are all USG, and we are so proud of you. And to students who are yet to graduate, I encourage you to get engaged, stay engaged, find opportunities to raise your voices and your service, to lead and to motivate. The opportunities abound at USG. And of course, tonight, I want to say a special thank you to our amazing USG staff and all the faculty who advise these students in their organizational capacities and who have made tonight possible as well. I want to give a very special thank you to Iris Showerman and to Shelby Spear for their outstanding work supporting our students. Just two remarkable people, so dedicated to the success of our students and the growth and development of our students, and to helping our students be their best every single day. So thank you, Iris, and thank you, Shelby. Thank you to everyone. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Iris. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tiffany Flowers, and I am a senior majoring in elementary and special education at Towson University at the Universities at Shady Grove. Before I share my story with you, I want to congratulate all the nominees and awardees on their dedication to serving and leading our community. Due to your time and commitment, USG offers a diverse and lively community that allows individuals to follow their dreams and fulfill their purpose. To tell you a little bit about myself, I am one of 5 children raised by a single mom. Growing up, we did not have much. There was even a time when all 6 of us lived in a homeless shelter because we did not have the financial means to have a home. My mom may not have been able to send me to college, but it was through her resiliency and strength that she taught me never to quit. After relocating to Frederick, Maryland at the age of 30, I decided to pursue my goals, taking one step at a time. First, I began by enrolling in Frederick Community College, and in May 2019, I graduated with an Associate of Arts in Teaching. After applying and being accepted into the education program at Towson University at USG, I embarked on a 2-year journey to be the first person out of my siblings to graduate with a bachelor's degree. This journey was not easy. Thinking back, I will never forget the day my classmates and I received an email stating that the campus was closed. We found ourselves unexpectedly forced into a global pandemic that shook the entire world. My senior year was not what I had envisioned when I embarked on this journey. Not only did I have to finish my degree while learning and teaching virtually, but I had to do it with my children at home learning virtually as well. Not to mention, in September 2020, my husband received military orders to relocate to Korea. I was left here during a pandemic to raise 2 children alone, and there were so many times I wanted to quit. However, despite the obstacles that have risen over this past year, I still have many beautiful memories at USG. For many, student engagement is essential for success. I know because my involvement at USG helped build the confident person you see today. I first started my leadership journey at USG by becoming a student ambassador. After attending a USG open house, I knew I was designed to rock that red polo shirt and encourage future students to attend USG. After convincing Jennifer Reel I was fit for the job, I was ready to soar. During my first year at USG, Jen helped me build my confidence by simply believing in me. She always encouraged me to try new things, and she told me what a great leader and role model I was. Funny story, I actually believed her, because the next thing I knew, I let my classmate Govina convince me to run for the student council. At first, I was like, student council, really? Do we have time for that? However, after praying about it, I decided to give it a try. Some may think I was insane for adding another task to an already full plate. Once I realized that USG was a place that encouraged students to step out of their comfort zone, I knew I made the right choice. I told myself, if you're going to join an organization, you might as well go all the way. That's when I decided to run for the student council president. And what do you know? I actually won. After starting the position, I soon realized I was in for a challenge. I discovered that leading during the school year would not be like any other. I started my term during a global pandemic and in the middle of a cultural war, and there was no way I could sit back and watch our country fall apart. As an organization, we collectively decided to start a series called Moving Forward Together. It was designed to bring awareness to student issues on campus and issues impacting our community at large. I was also inspired to start an organization called Girls on Fire, a women's empowerment group to inspire young women to foster self-acceptance and self-love. Through my endeavors at USG, I learned that I am a force to be reckoned with, and I am only getting started. I will use the leadership skills I developed at USG to inspire others to become great leaders. My goal is to get my master's degree, become a high school principal, and eventually obtain my PhD. Some days I see myself as a superintendent. Other days I envision myself leading a higher educational institution. Recently, it's been in my heart to become the founder of my own school, one that allows students to grow more prominent than a system designed for so many of us, especially those of color, to be at a disadvantage. No matter what I decide to do, thanks to USG, I now have the confidence to achieve what I once believed was impossible. After speaking to a very wise friend, he helped me understand that being a great leader possesses 3 essential qualities: integrity, love, and commitment to learning. First, you must have integrity. Not only should you demonstrate honesty with others, but you must also demonstrate honesty with yourself. There comes a point in every great leader's journey that requires a raw self-assessment. If you can't start your path by being honest with yourself, then how can others trust the validity and direction of your vision? The second is love. Often we will show a stranger on the street more love and grace and kindness than we show the people we interact with daily. There is something powerful that develops when we love people where they are. Instead of focusing on what someone can't do, learn to celebrate their strengths and watch how quickly they transform into the most authentic version of themselves. When one feels seen and appreciated in their own essence, one is instantly empowered. Lastly is a commitment to learning. Life is a journey full of highs and lows, and so is leadership. Even an effective leader adopts the mentality that they can learn from their team just as much as their team can learn from them. Every day, great leaders wake up ready to learn something new. Commit yourself to lifelong learning. The most valuable asset you will ever have is your mind and what you decide to put into it. To future USG student leaders, I now pass the baton to you. I encourage you to get involved, do the work, and run further than we did. Don't be afraid to stand up, stand out, and make a difference. At the end of the day, leadership is about making others better due to your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. Congratulations again to all the nominees and awardees on an outstanding job this year. No matter the results, you should all be proud. Thank you.
My name is Mihaela. So on behalf of Student Council, we are honored to accept this award. Our selection for this award shows the value USG community places on the continuation of these conversations. We will also like to thank our fellow Student Council members for working hard to further diversity and inclusion.
And I'm Henry. And as student leaders, we felt compelled to advocate for students' concerns and create an inclusive community. During our tenure, one of our projects was Moving Forward Together, as Tiffany mentioned, and we hope that USG continues to encourage students and staff to share their unique perspectives, and our message will continue to live on. So USG, let's move forward together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor for us. It's a wonderful privilege to win this award. Nurses Helping Nurses, we go by NHN, started in the midst of the pandemic. And the reason why we formed this support group was because we believed in the inherent potential of everyone. And we believe that the support system should be tailored to the student and not the other way around. So we bonded together to see how we could help our friends stay in school in the midst of the pandemic, because there were so much anxieties, there were so many things going on in people's lives, and we did not want our friends to drop out of school. So we are so amazed to see how NHN has blossomed. So last night, my friends and I recorded this video and we'll play it now for you. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Yin Huang Huang. I'm the treasurer of Nurse Helping Nurse.
Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Escalante and I am the secretary of NHN.
Hi, my name is Sarah and I'm one of the PRs and social media for NHN.
Hi everyone, my name is Renard. I'm also one of the other PRs and social media for NHN.
Hello everyone, I'm Saida Saidi and I'm Vice President of NHN.
Hello everyone, I'm Alice Fomen. I'm the president of NHN. We just want to thank you so much for trusting in NHN. We truly appreciate your support. Our fundamental principle is that knowledge is a key that unlocks human potentials. And we believe that we succeed when we cooperate, not when we compete. So it truly amazes us how quickly NHN community grew and blossomed into this fine bouquet of humanity. We also want to extend our gratitude to our faculty advisor, Professor Denison, who believed in us from day one, whose loving encouragement and support and guidance led us to this award. Thank you all so very much. We promise to continue our mission to serve and to support the nursing community.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
We are so honored to have been nominated and won this award. We want to thank everyone who thought about us when thinking about leadership development. A special thank you to Iris and Tiffany, who really set the tone for us to get things done, as you guys have seen. We have all grown exponentially as leaders and professionals because of this experience, and being rewarded with the Leadership Development Award is an amazing feat.
We all started our journey on the Student Council, hoping to develop and really hone our skills as leaders. Our commitment and dedication as advocates of the Student Council is what initially drove us to take on the role as institutional representatives, but it was ultimately the unexpected circumstances surrounding the pandemic that truly inspired us to take on unconventional methods and to step outside our comfort zones, to make this year as normal as we could for ourselves as student leaders and for the whole of USG.
Some of us started from scratch, no previous experience in a leadership role or even no knowledge of how to work with others. The Student Council has been a venue to develop skills that we didn't even know we had. And it helped discover that we had the capabilities of doing things we thought we couldn't. With this award, we hope to inspire other students to try to be a better version of themselves. And we want to let everyone watching now know that it takes one small decision to make a change in your life. And to us, deciding to get involved and make a difference was that small decision. Thank you.
I just want to say to the student council members, thank you for taking a chance and entrusting me to be your leader. When we started our term last year, I encouraged us to strive for Student Organization of the Year. Never once did I imagine we would be honored with 2 additional awards. Together, we brought awareness to social injustice, racial inequality, voter suppression, mental health, workforce readiness, and we managed to do it all during a pandemic. If it weren't for your support and willingness to take risks and push boundaries, we would not have been as successful as we were this past year. Great things are never done individually. They are always done by a team. First, we would like to thank the USG administration for always encouraging us to step out of the box. You weren't afraid to allow us to ruffle a few feathers to make a difference, and there were even times when you encouraged it. Next, I would like to thank Iris Showerman, our supervisor. You are what I consider to be the backbone of our organization. No matter how many times council members wanted to quit, you always encouraged them to persevere. You are the ray of sunshine that gave us hope during a very challenging year. Coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, but working together is success. To each council member, I salute you for a job well done. I hope you never forget the impact we made at USG.
How do I follow up with Tiffany, y'all? It's crazy. However, just to add on to what Tiffany mentioned, it has really been a pleasure serving alongside you all. Through your dedication and drive, you made Student Council a fierce organization that I am honored to represent. Once again, to our advisor, Iris, thank you for your unconditional love and support. You constantly pushed us towards our limits and encouraged us to be the best version of ourselves. Finally, to the faculty and staff at USG, you not only saw our vision, but believed in it as well. You continue to be a part of this organization through collaboration on meetings, events, and bringing awareness to USG. We are truly grateful to receive the Organization of the Year award and hope that we made USG proud through our efforts to increase student engagements. Thanks again, USG.
I just wanted to say a great big thank you to the Social Work Student Association for nominating me and voting for me to get the Advisor of the Year award. I am just deeply honored, and I just want to say that anything good that has been done this year has been done by the students who worked so hard, were amazingly creative in the things they did through virtual connections since we couldn't be in person. And I'm astounded at the things that they were able to do this year. And to Christian and Mary Andre and all the officers and everybody who was involved, I'm just so very proud of you, and you've done so much. And I'm deeply honored and humbled by this honor. And thank you.
Thank you for nominating and voting for Girls on Fire for the new Student Organization of the Year. Girls on Fire was created to help women here at USG foster self-acceptance and self-love. We hope that we accomplish that over this past year.
While we wanted to do more with our events and workshops, we had to make the best of an unfortunate situation. Along with our monthly meetings, some of the events we were able to have include self-care and management workshops, a vision board party, and listening to guests who gave us tips and resources on becoming successful women, both in life and in the workforce. We were also fortunate to witness history being made as Kamala Harris became the first woman of color to hold the office of the vice presidency, and Amanda Gorman, the youngest poet to speak at the inauguration. These strides are just a tiny glimpse into what's to come for women.
We know that we could not have done this without the support of staff and students here at USG. First, we would like to thank Iris Showerman for initially believing in and approving our organization. And secondly, to Andrea Milo for taking a risk on a brand new organization that had nothing but a vision. Not only did you lead our organization, but you also gave us the resources and advice to bring our vision to life.
As we all know, an organization would be nothing without its members. Therefore, a special thanks to all of the members who were part of our journey. Without your dedication, we would not have made the impact we did at USG. Finally, thank you to student ambassadors Alyssa Barrios and Zoe Sinzel for featuring our student org on USG's virtual tour. Because of you two, our organization will continue to impact women for years to come.
Being a Girl on Fire is more than just a trendy organization that we started at USG. It's a mentality that all women should carry with them, no matter where they go in life. With that being said, thanks USG!
All right.
We did it.
Yay.
So happy, and I've loved doing the job, and I can't wait to pass it on next year. Thank you so much to my team, Mary Andre, Christian, Jami, Anna, Marvi, Isabel, and our advisor, Professor Hoover. And also a big thanks to my supervisor for Student Ambassador, Jen, for instilling me with so many skills to allow me to be the best vice president I can be. Thank you guys so much.
My very first interaction with the USG community was actually after my first couple of classes and it was at the IT service desk. It was my first day at the job and I was extremely nervous. I did not think I was fit for the job and I doubted myself a lot. However, the people at OIT were so welcoming that over time, I was not scared anymore. I was able to meet many people and help the community with their IT needs, even while in the pandemic. If you ever call the IT service desk in these times, you probably know me already. And if I couldn't help you, I'm sorry, we're all learning, right? I want to thank especially Tina and Osman for always helping me grow and for helping me be a better person to serve the USG community. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who voted for me. This is my last semester at USG, so I'm so happy I get to end it on a good note. I had the opportunity to work with so many great people this semester and last semester, and I also had the opportunity to meet so many great people through the different USG events and the ambassador program. And I just want to say, I really enjoyed my time here, and I'm so happy, to just be here and share this experience with everybody else. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Maha Hug, and I am part of the first cohort of the MCST, Medical Cannabis Sciences and Therapeutics Program, Class of 2021. I started the Medical Cannabis Student Association upon joining the school. We focus on medical cannabis education, advocacy, and opportunities in the industry. I'm from Los Angeles and established one of the first cannabis student groups in the nation during my undergrad at UCLA. And the movement has since expanded to 24 other universities. What's interesting is that I wasn't able to start a cannabis student group until California legalized cannabis recreationally. I was rejected every time I attempted to before 2018, so I was a bit concerned about what our school would think since Maryland is still a medical-only state. But Dr. Sarah and Lisa Finn, who I can't thank enough, made this initiative a reality, and it wasn't easy. The first year or two are always challenging and difficult to navigate, especially during a pandemic. But my priority as a founding leader is to create an infrastructure for this group that future students interested in cannabis can utilize at our school. As students, we have a right to assemble in a community for our passions, and I'm so glad I got to set it up and do it here. Additionally, I want to thank the Medical Cannabis Student Association leadership team, incoming President Megan Bergsman, incoming VP Dr. Cody Peterson, and my co-founders Sabina Razulov and Kristen Banks. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Katie Garcia. I am a senior attending University of Maryland at USG. I am a second-generation immigrant. My mother immigrated here from Caracas, Venezuela, and my father came from Chihuahua, Mexico. But myself, I was born here, raised in Maryland, and continue living in Maryland. I'm very proud to say I'll be the third one out of my siblings to be graduating from the University of Maryland. I'll get to add my diploma to the wall right next to theirs. I would say I've come a long way from my journey from MC to USG to where I am now. I started in high school from Blake High School, where I graduated in 2012. So from there, I began taking classes at Montgomery College. I want to give a big thanks to my brother. He's the one that helped me make that transition. But there were some critical life events that happened that had me reprioritize things. So I began working. I was at MC for about 6 years before I got my associate's degree in life sciences. From there, I transitioned to University of Maryland at USG, where I'm currently working on my bachelor's degree in biological sciences with a specialization in neurobiology and physiology. When I first decided to go to USG, I didn't know much about USG itself. I knew that it had the program that I was interested in, and it had an agreement like transferring students through the TERP transfer program. And honestly, when I got here, it became so apparent how ideal the program and campus was for my situation. A really good way to describe it was just very accessible. The atmosphere of USG just felt more like a togetherness, community, student body, and I felt more motivated to be included. I felt like I was seen as a student, and that's one of the things that kind of piqued my interest about the program there. It was smaller classes and more one-on-one availability with the professors. I felt like nothing got lost in translation. I felt my questions were answered. I felt like I could be comfortable with the staff, the students, like the faculty, even the custodians. Like it was such a welcoming environment all the way around, and it was great. One of my main goals was to get involved when I transferred. Whether I transferred to the main campus or transferred to USG, I began joining all the leadership programs, wherever I could fit in, attending events. I wanted to be involved. I wanted to say I got the college experience. I joined the Emerging Leadership Program, and I'm currently finishing the Expanding Leadership Program. And a lot of what we learned there, I have put in action. So right now in the Expanding, I'm kind of putting into work what I'm learning in real time. I reinstated a club. It was a lot of work, but I am the president of the peer mentorship program for the BioSci program. It's where we pair up the seniors with the juniors to help, facilitate their transition into USG. It really helped me stabilize myself as a president and get involved and facilitate a new club, because it was really bringing it up from the ground up. But the main thing I learned was how true the phrase is: if there's a will, there's a way. So if there's a genuine value for that why, then you can carry it out. But outside USG, I actually was a part of my church. I attended a Pentecostal church, Iglesia Casa de Dios, which I was part of the leadership of the youth there. So I'm sure a lot of other students, they have been affected or experienced financial troubles, but that never stopped me. And I'm getting emotional. It is hard working part-time and attending school full-time, or it's hard working full-time and attending school part-time. Those are efforts that maybe people don't recognize, but they're there and you're doing it. That kind of forced me to be more independent, more aware of what I have to do, more strategic. It's what has kind of opened up, okay, now I need to be more organized. Now I need to see what are my options. And another event I would say that helped me was accepting the position to be the president of the Peer Mentorship Club for the biological sciences. That has definitely been a push to be a leader. I definitely had to look at different aspects of different students, their needs, what they're willing to do, and being flexible. And it has been a journey. I feel very proud of how far we made it as a club. Honestly, I feel good that I get to leave something behind after I graduate. I made it here to UMD. It was definitely a journey, but it was worth all my time, all my efforts, because I get to graduate this May. I've already made it this far, so I want to keep going. And another thing that inspired me is my parents. As I mentioned, they're immigrants. They came here to look for something better, like most do, and I'm here to give that to them as well. I want them to know that I worked really hard, and that their efforts to get here wasn't in vain. I also do this for my nieces and nephew. I am the first one in my family to go into a STEM major, and when I hear my niece is excited about science, I get really excited for her too. And it's nice to know that, you know, she can see that, oh, someone here did it, well, I can do it too. Through all of this, it's a victory for my family, and they're really what is behind me and pushing me. So I like to think that I have a lot of future plans for myself. So academically, for this year after I graduate, I plan to make this the year of experience, the year of getting a job to work in a clinical area, getting more experience volunteering, putting myself out there more, and then proceed to applying for medical school. I do have hopes of becoming a doctor. I have interest in the field of neurology, but who knows down that line what awaits for me. But I do want to become a successful physician within the future. I would keep how long it took the same, because I feel that I learned a lot in that process, and it's made me grow as a person, and it's made it all the more like wonderful, because now I know, like, I get that sweet taste of I finally did it. I just want to give thanks to my parents, all my siblings, all my nieces and nephews, all my extended family who gave me support from afar, the staff, people like Iris, people like Trace Yodam, Dr. Woodham, Professor Sandstrom. They've really been instrumental in my academics and my improvement here at USG. And I really thank all my friends for being there and studying with me, staying up late, Zooming, and my boyfriend, who has been extremely patient throughout this whole process and understanding that, you know, school is important, it comes first, and I'm really excited to celebrate with everyone. I would tell the next generation of student leaders to go for it. The support system is there. All they need is you. If you have that value, that want to do something to make a change, go for it, because the change will follow as long as the genuine want is there. You can do it. You can accomplish it. If I did it, so can you.
Congratulations, Katie! Congratulations on your Leadership and Service Award.
Felicidades por tu reconocimiento al liderazgo y servicio tal, Katie, que Dios te bendiga.
Me siento muy orgullosa de ti, Katie, te lo mereces.
Katie, te amamos.
We love you, Katie! Congratulations! Congratulations!
From the Villegas family,
Congratulations, Katie!
Congratulations, Katie Jean! Woo! We're so proud and happy for you. You're so deserving of this leadership award.
Yes, we are very proud of you, and I'm very proud of you. Congratulations. I mean, you're the smartest sophomore.
Hey, Katie. Congratulations on this award. You totally deserve it.
We are so proud of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
It's Mr. and Mrs. Shear, and we are so excited for you.
Congratulations on winning the Leadership and Service Award. There's no more deserving person. I know you're a great mentor to your students. I'm sure you exchanged lots of ideas and gave them really good direction on how to move forward with their lives. So congrats, and we're just excited for you. We look forward to seeing you real soon.
Congratulations.
Take care.
Congratulations, Katie. We're so proud of you.
Congratulations, Katie! We love you. We're proud of you. Go get them, girl!
Everyone, thank you so much for all the kind words in the chat. Thank you so much for the video. I immediately burst into tears trying to hold it back. I didn't expect it to be like, it was such a beautiful video. I felt like all the emotion from all the congratulations. I got really emotional. It was unexpected, and I really appreciate all of you and you being here tonight and all the support. Thank you so much.
My name is Tiffany Flowers, and currently I'm majoring in elementary special education. My GPA is 4.0. Really hard to get that, but I did it. My family is originally from New York City. However, when I was 5, my mom relocated herself and her 5 children all the way to Hawaii. So that's where I actually grew up. I'm a military wife, and I have 2 of my own children. I always tell people that USG is a very unique place. I feel like it's a family away from your own family. The staff there, they really just want to see the students become successful. So what they do is they invest in the students and they try to help them out as much as possible. I would not be where I am today, graduating in a little over a month, if it wasn't for USG. Upon my arrival in the fall of 2019, I decided to become a student ambassador. So Jennifer Reel gave me my first opportunity at USG. And as an ambassador, I just really gained the confidence that I was looking for of being a student, and it eventually led me to join student council and then get elected as the student council president. Another thing that I did at USG is to start an all-women organization called Girls on Fire, and it's designed to just really embrace women. And so I wanted women at USG to remind themselves of that and to just collect tools along the way to go out into the real world and become successful. The first one would be when my mom, she had separated from my dad and we had to go stay in a homeless shelter. It gave me a drive that comes from being at the lowest place possible at life and having to work your way up to the top. The second one is when we relocated to Hawaii, because that was such a huge change for me and I had to learn to adapt to my environment. And it showed me to pause sometimes and enjoy the beauty of life, because it just made me enjoy the finer things in life. And I didn't know what that looked like. You know, going from a homeless shelter to Hawaii, that's a huge adjustment. The third one is becoming a military spouse, because we've had to travel all around the world. And it's also taught me how to be resilient. This past year, my husband went to Korea, my last year, during a pandemic, and there's nothing that I can do, and that's the life of a military spouse. And the last one was becoming a mom. That was a huge moment in my life because I have other people looking up to me, and so I can't quit because they're watching things that I'm doing. When I'm up late at night writing a paper, or I'm just ready to throw in the towel because I've had it, I look over and I see them, and then that motivates me to keep going. One day I just woke up and I realized that I wasn't happy. So I know that happiness is an emotion, but I just feel like I wasn't living out my life's purpose. One thing that I always wanted to do was go to college. And I felt like as a mom, especially a first-gen college student, I wanted to show my children and my nieces and nephews that going to school was possible, that higher education was possible. And I just felt like somebody in my family needed to do it. And so it's always been a dream of mine to become an educator. And you can't educate without becoming educated. So I had to go back to school. And I remember just sitting in the program director's office at Frederick Community College, bawling my eyes out because I'm like, this is impossible for me to start again. And she goes, Tiffany, the time is gonna pass regardless. So you can either let it pass with you following your dreams, or you can let it pass and you still be not where you want to be in life. Overall, it took me 9 years to get a bachelor's degree, but that's my story and I'm proud of it. I plan to become a middle school math teacher, and then I want to get my master's degree in education administration so that I can become a high school principal one day. But where USG plays a big part in this, I'll never forget when I was speaking to the former USG executive director, Dr. Edelstein. He had said, is that all that you want to do? Because he was like, I see you being superintendent one day. And just through my leadership experience that I had at USG, it really shined a light on my gift. And I didn't know that I had that gift until I came to USG. I saw that I wasn't afraid to speak up. I wasn't afraid to be different. And that was actually embraced at USG. So I really do see myself going into higher education. And that really is something that Dr. E instilled in me, is just to dream bigger. And one day I will have his title. I don't know that I would do anything differently because I believe that I followed the path that was designed for me. I believe that I was designed to be a non-traditional college student because along the way, I collected so much wisdom that I'm ready to share with my classmates, with the future students that I'm going to teach. And I wouldn't have had that if I didn't go through some of those life experiences. I want to just thank my family, especially my children, I hope that watching me over the last 9 years, trying to pursue my bachelor's degree, shows you that your mom is unstoppable. But more so importantly, I hope I showed you that perseverance is the secret to all triumphs, for it is what you do after the third and fourth tries that shows someone's real character. A lot of times I feel like we want to do things that aren't designed for us. And that's when we get frustrated and then we end up wanting to quit. So I would just say to find your lane, because that's when you're going to shine the brightest.
Hey Tiffany, this is Mom. Congratulations. I'm very proud of you.
Aunt Tiffany, I love you and I'm so proud of you.
Hi Tiffany, I love you and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for you.
Congratulations, Mom. We are so proud to call you our mom.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Tiffany. I am so proud of you and all you've managed to achieve these past few years. Somehow you always make it seem so easy. You're able to balance school, work, family, marriage, and your favorite job, mom.
I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Tiffany Flowers for winning the Leadership and Service Award. She's always demonstrated great strength in leading and taking opportunities on to help teams ensure they operate in the most efficient and effective manner. She also has a strong passion to serve, and so this award is true recognition of those characteristics.
Congratulations, Ms. Tiffany. You are more than deserving of the Student Leadership and Service Award. You're an outstanding leader with an impeccable amount of strength and purpose.
You are a leader we admire and know that as a mother and future principal, your children and students will also look to you for inspiration. You are truly fierce, independent, resilient, and empowering.
We love you.
And we are so proud of you.
Congratulations, Tiffany. We are so proud of you. Throughout all of your time at Shady Grove, you have exhibited so many wonderful leadership qualities. I'm going to focus on courage. You are an incredibly brave leader.
Congratulations. I am in awe of your unwavering dedication to the student community at USG.
I just want to say thank you for all of the initiative and determination that you've shown with Girls on Fire and Student Council. You've added value to pretty much everything across campus.
You're not only a natural leader, you're going to be such a gifted teacher. You can see that in everything you've done as student council president and the way you do things. Just congratulations on all your hard work.
Your passion has been absolutely obvious from the very first start, wanting to give all students a voice. So thank you so much.
Congratulations, and how impressed I am at your ability to be resilient and creative in the face of adversity. This last year has been intense in many ways. And I believe that not only have you survived, but you have thrived. It has made a huge impact on our campus and beyond.
Tiffany, I wanted to offer you my sincere congratulations on receiving the Leadership Award this year. It is well deserved. You've done incredible leadership contributions to Shady Grove, and what's I think more important, commitment to making a difference, but in the voices that you've allowed in your council members and the student body to also speak their voices and their truth and to really change Shady Grove for the better. So congratulations and good luck on your future endeavors. I know you will be extremely successful and your leadership will continue. Thank you so much.
Hi, Mrs. Flowers. It's Mr. Newman's 4th grade class, and we're here to congratulate you. Thank you for being an excellent and energetic teacher.
You are always helping to inspire us to become better students and better people.
You challenge us to do bigger and better things, even when we think you can't.
Hello, Mrs. Flowers. This is Mr. Newman, your mentor. I want to congratulate you on your award you're receiving, and we wish you the best of luck.
Congratulations, Mrs. Flowers.
Well, as anyone knows at USG, I am never speechless, but I am speechless right now. So to help me, I did write something up. That was an amazing video, by the way. I definitely need a copy of that because I'm going to need that inspiration in the future to reach all of my dreams. But as we all know, it takes a village to help build up someone. First, I would like to thank Dr. Ann Kazemian, Robindina Colawego, Steve Simon, Andrea Milo, and Jennifer Rio. Thank you all for embracing who I am and all that I brought to USG. You encouraged me to speak my truth, no matter how uncomfortable it made others feel, and I would not be graduating in a month without your continuous support for students. To Dr. Stuart Edelstein, thank you for continuously sharing your wisdom with me. Even during your retirement, you show a personal interest in my life, and I look forward to keeping that connection with you for many years to come. To Iris Showerman, thank you for simply being present. You filled every email, phone call, and text message with understanding and love. Not only will I be leaving USG with a degree and an award, but I'll also be leaving with a lifelong friend. To my classmates, Isra and Govina, 2 years ago, we started as strangers. However, today I am proud to call you both my sisters, and I know we will become some phenomenal educators. To my spring mentor, Mr. Channing Newman, thank you for providing a safe space for me within your class. Every day you take time to listen to stories about my life. You are what I consider to be Black excellence, and I'm honored to have met you. To my family, especially my children, thank you for allowing me the time and grace to become the woman I am today. To my former life coach, Miss Tina, thank you for taking me under your wing over the last 3 years. I truly lucked out when our paths crossed, and because of you, I now know the importance of releasing the old and embracing the new. To my Aunt Kim, thank you for being there, not just for me, but for everyone who crosses your path. You are the voice of reason for so many, and although I like to think I'm your favorite one out of all my mom's children, I know we each hold a special place in your heart. And last, but certainly not least, to my brother, Chancey Hayward. There is not enough time allotted in this event to express how grateful I am for you. You kept me lifted in one of my darkest moments and showed me love and grace to a better and more fulfilling path. Because of your unconditional love, I learned to love myself and lead and love others. Every day I'm reminded of the lessons you taught me, and now my Black girl magic is shining brighter than ever before. Once again, thank you so much for this award. It's a memory I'll cherish for a lifetime. Thank you.
On behalf of my co-facilitator, Rose Jackson Spicer, I'm happy to present the awards for the completion of the USG Leads Emerging and Expanding Leadership Programs. These programs began as part of the USM Badging Initiative in fall 2017 due to the receipt of a Student Academic Services Innovation Grant that has evolved into a more robust experience that students can complete entirely online and at their own pace. Students receiving the Emerging Leadership accolade this evening completed a module based on 4 dimensions of leadership: leadership foundations, learning from others, leading the self, and leading others. After finishing an activity in each module, students were asked to complete an assignment, which enabled them to evaluate the activity through a leadership theory lens. They then wrote or narrated a brief reflection on the experience. Students concluded their efforts with a personal statement detailing how their leadership skills evolved during their pursuits. I'm proud to announce that 14 students completed all of the necessary components of the program. These students will receive a certificate of completion and a special gift. They also have their testimonials written about their accomplishment on their LinkedIn pages. Please join me in honoring the students who have completed the 2020-2021 USG Leads Emerging Leadership Program. Mary Alexander, Astrid Cabrera, Catherine Campos, Fiona Davis, Lydia Gribby, Ting Huang, Sarah Lee, Jessica Wen, Jesse Nolasco Sandino, Jose Carlos Paredes Ochoa, Madison Robb, Abifulua Shitabe, Sina Tassisa, and Eugenia Teti. I'm also excited to announce that a record 4 students have completed the Expanding Leadership Program. For this stage, students have had the opportunity to draw upon their experiences from the Emerging Leadership Program to complete activities within the dimensions of models of ethical leadership, interacting in groups, understanding change, and strategies for change. They also participated in a community leadership project and present to the program facilitators about their journey. This year's Expanding Leadership Program completers are Catherine Campos, Celeste Canete, Katie Garcia, and Yao Pudima. Could we please have a virtual round of applause for all of these outstanding leaders? Thank you very much. Before I conclude, I'd like to encourage returning students who would like to improve their leadership skills to join the program. This summer is a perfect time to start. You can apply at tinyurl.com/usgleads-programs, or you can email me for more information. Then your name could be up on the screen next year, just like these students. Thanks again to our program completers. Before I conclude, I also want to give a quick shout out to the students who participated on the Student Advisory Board this year. These students gave us feedback that enabled real change to occur on campus. These students are Erica Black, Milana Campbell, Catherine Campos, Kathleen Javier Villatoro, Eric Lee, Alice Foreman, Ajara Nansareko, Graham Ovington, Abhishita Bay, Sophia Vallone, and Joe Weaver. Congratulations to all of recipients and the nominees this evening. Please enjoy the rest of the program.
But the next category is the Diversity Learning Series Awards. So the next set of awards goes to a special group of students who committed themselves to learning and challenging one another through a series of workshops. These workshops tend to be highly engaging and full of activities, and as you can imagine, this year posed a special challenge to doing engaging activities and having deep discussions in a virtual platform. However, none of this got in the way because of the commitment that everyone had made even before starting and attending the workshops. We were there to learn from one another and grow together, and so we did. Students participating in debates, completed team building exercises, and openly discussed how diversity plays a role in their growth and on the people they lead and interact with. This year, we had 39 students meet their requirements for the certificate, which was attending 2 of the 3 workshops during the semester and fully engaging in each session. And I would like to present now the video montage in their honor. So we're going to watch the video now. Thank you.
The Diversity Learning Workshop truly was an amazing experience. I was able to connect so well with a lot of my classmates, those who were part of my major and those who were not part of my major. And being able to learn about the topics that society would be talking about during the time of the workshop really did help me understand where other people's perspectives were, where mine was, and it allowed us to be able to have a decent conversation without any sort of hate going around. So I truly thank everyone who was involved with the Diversity Workshop for making this possible and allowing us to be able to share our opinions in a very safe environment. So thank you.
Ndute.
And thank you so much for giving us a little bit of time to talk to you all.
Today I'm going to be asking Henry 7 questions about 9T. So let's get started. How did the whole idea for 9T get started and what motivated you?
There was a community book club over the summer that USG typically has during the semesters as well. And I remember jumping into it. It was in the middle of July. We talked about I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. And that sort of conversation about the way that we conceive the dignity of human life really stood out to me. And someone made a joke, you should start a podcast. You should be on a podcast. And we were all laughing about it. And then I thought, why not? And from there, I started learning about what it took to put one together and all of that. And it was difficult to come up with a name, but the name 9T came about because of the fact that there are 9 universities at USG, and all we do is spill tea, right? We're sharing stories, talking about important topics, some slightly more humorous topics as well, and yeah.
What's your strategy for getting people to listen?
Okay, so to be completely honest, one of my biggest weaknesses is probably social media. I would definitely say I love being in the weeds, and so the whole thought of getting the word out was difficult for me. I made an interest survey that I sent to the weekly, and I had students fill out, students, faculty, and staff fill out about the podcast, about things they wanted to talk about on the podcast. And after that, I think it was after the second episode, Iris Showerman told me, like, why don't you just put the flyers that you make on the USG Weekly? And I was like, that's a crazy idea. Why didn't I think about that? And so I started doing that. And as we were going along, the social media advisor was doing a lot to help guide that along and spread the reach that 9T was getting.
How did you go about choosing your guests and topics?
I've got to say, it's easier to choose topics than guests. At least it was at the start. And I knew a lot of different people at USG, but it wasn't overly clear to me where they would kind of fit in. And so the topics I knew I wanted to talk about were social justice, mental health, access to healthcare in some sort of way, and just some lighter topics as well, possibly entertainment and all kinds of other things, sharing different stories. And from there, it was like, okay, well, now we can just plug people in. And it just organically went from there.
What was your favorite episode and why?
That's tough. I like everything I put out, to be completely honest with you. I know what the audience's favorite episode was. It was the second episode, On the Record with Dr. Olson. But I would say mine was definitely the fourth one. It was called Speaking for Those Suffering Silently with Katie Morris, the program director of the UMBC social work program. One particular moment when I knew that, this is the right thing, right? This podcast is the right thing, and that this is something that's needed. It was when Katie Morris was saying how she was talking to a friend of hers about the way that she tells her son, a black boy, about what it means to be living in America. And so she was saying that she was comparing those experiences that her friend was telling her son to what she was telling her own son about what it's like to be in America. And then that, for me, it was like, this is the kind of things you don't hear about. So I want to bring more of it.
And the greatest lesson you've learned while pioneering the podcast series?
Go for what you want. It's not going to organically show up. I think that it's important to be intentional and to figure out the kinds of things that you'll need along the way. And if you don't feel like you have everything that you need to put something together, like for me, like with the podcast, then ask other people. Ask the kinds of people that are gonna help bridge the gap that you don't feel like you can fill.
What was an obstacle you faced and how did you overcome it?
In about mid-October, a few members of the team that was helping me produce it chose to step away from it, and it was a big moment for me to ask about why I started it, and from there to pivot, and then got a new team together, did more regular check-ins with the team, try to be a better facilitator for the kind of work that they do. And I think that the success of the podcast since then, and even before then as well, really highlights the necessity to be able to adjust in a difficult moment. And yes, Joy, our wonderful co-host, has been there since the beginning. Shout out to Joy for that.
How do you hope that 9T evolves after you leave USG?
I want it to become synonymous with another way to express the beauty of USG, right? The uniqueness of USG. We think about major events like your International Night, USG's Got Talent, which was last week as well. We think about all the wonderful recruitment events that go on around the clock, the wonderful work that the students, faculty, and staff do, and wanting it to be something that is synonymous with like a college radio sort of setup. You think about UMD, they have their own college radio station and all of that, and it's like, good for USG to have something like that, to have some way to stand out in that way, because there's diamonds there, but in a sense it's been buried a little bit, and just wanting to make sure that there are opportunities for people to speak up and say what's on their mind. So we'll catch you next time on 90.
Wait, can I do the outro? So those are all the questions we have for today. Thank you, Henry, for joining me.
Thank you, Lily, for having me.
And we'll catch you next time on 90.
Everyone, my name is Megan Cerebo, and I am the writer for 9T. First of all, thank you everybody for giving us all the love. It's pretty insane to me that I've watched Henry grow and create this podcast, and I didn't know that it would be so phenomenal and reach so many people. And so as the writer of 9T, I'd first like to thank, of course, Henry, my Indeedsay. Henry is one of my bestest friends, and he has helped me through personal journeys, such as getting through social anxiety, which I have suffered through for so long. And this 9T has been a great place for me to connect with all of you through some of these personal questions that I've made you all answer. And I'd also like to thank, of course, Joy. Joy is such a wonderful human being, and it's insane to me how I get to know her. She's just so sweet, and I love her so much. And I'd also like to thank Kayla, who can't be here with us today, but she has really, incorporated the vision for 9T through sharing it through social media and allowing for all of you to connect with all of us. And lastly, I'd like to thank all of you for just continuously listening and sharing your stories and voices, because you are all truly the foundation of this community. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you all so much. Just to piggyback what Megan said, the love has truly been insane from just reading off the chat. I feel like my cheeks are hurting from smiling too much. But honestly, what was just a curiosity to be a part of something became one of the most fulfilling things that I've ever been a part of. Well, aside from being the student council VP, of course. And it all stems from behind the scenes with creative flyers from our dearest Kayla to the brilliant questionnaires, assembled from our very own Megan, and finally from the phenomenal thinker who always had the vision and idea to make this all possible, our very own Henry. But most importantly, I thank the various guests who have been a part of this journey with us and made this podcast truly one of the best, and the listeners who have been fully engaged throughout this process. Thanks again for embracing USG's very first student-led podcast.
So for our regular, my audio just cut out. One of the wonders of an online world. So for our regular listeners out there, all you've done this year is hear me talk. So I'll try to keep it brief. I thank you all so much for your continued support. It's not easy to get and sustain engagement, especially at USG, but you've made it worth it. I'd like to thank all of the guests that we've had, the student organizations that have sponsored episodes, and everyone in administration who has supported this, including Ira Showerman, Steve Simon, and Dr. Kadimian. Special word for the wonderful production team. Thank you, Daria, Caroline, and Pauline, and now Kayla, Megan, and Joy. This podcast is a gift to you all. So to the next podcast crew, take care of it so that we can tune in one day and see what's happening at USG. Just thinking about the name of the award itself, Transformational Impact, heartens me and just comforts me to know that the work that we've been doing is worth it. And so please take care of it and make it worthwhile. Thank you all very much.
Hey everyone, Laura DeMarco here from Zeta Sigma. It's been so great to be part of the team and get to know the other club members this semester. I'm hoping that next semester we'll be on campus in person, and then we can expand our advocacy efforts and maybe do some intersectional stuff along with other clubs. It'll be great, and I hope to see you there. Have a great summer.
Katie Garcia, and I just want to say thank you for the opportunity of being part of tonight's events. This has been a wonderful evening, and I'm truly thankful for USD to bring the ceremony together. And they did an amazing job, just incredible. I had tissues just in case, but like, who was I kidding? I ended up using them. But I want to say thank you to all the staff, the students, and the family and friends who joined us tonight to celebrate. Thank you so much for your kind words in that chat. I wish I could go back and respond to each one individually, but there was a lot of love felt tonight. It was overwhelming. And these awards just provide a glimpse of just how amazing the students and the professionals are that we have at USG. So I remember during orientation, like almost 2 years ago, I was told that this time was going to fly by. And as a senior graduating this May, I can't express how true that was. So I'm very grateful for this unique experience. And for that, I give a lot of the credit to my incredible instructors, Dr. Woodham, Dr. Sandstrom. I was very fortunate to have such a great academic team who were just instrumental in shaping my growth. I didn't have many chances to get involved during my time at MC, so my goal these last 2 years of undergrad was to engage more with my community and just with student life in general. So to be recognized for like a leadership award and service award, it just felt so unreal and it was unexpected. Honestly, I was just happy to be there. I said yes to it all, and some may even say that I said yes to too much. But in saying yes, I found myself becoming a president of a new club, and it was accepting the opportunities and the challenges that came with it. It was hard to admit, like it was hard. And you know, clubs, they come with the stressors of scheduling, planning, hosting, but as mentioned a couple of times, we also felt the effects of the pandemic and the virtual life. So we had to push through burnout, health concerns, and just a lack of personal connection, which is one of the main aspects that the BioSci Peer Mentorship Club aimed to provide for students. So in my honest opinion, and my expectations were all over the place. I felt that we were just a small club, and I just went in with the hope that we can provide some insight to incoming juniors. You know, I loved being on campus, and I really felt for them that they were going to miss out on like the genuine USG experience. So I said, why not? Let's try, because I know that if it were me, I would have liked someone to be there for me too. So turnout was actually pretty overwhelming. Within just 2 semesters, we became an official club with members, events, and raffles. So I thank all the BioSci students who volunteered as mentors. Thank you to all the junior mentees who took a chance for us to guide them. And most of all, thank you to Tracy Odom, our BioSci program coordinator, who has been such a rock of a club advisor. She gets tremendously involved and was supportive through and through. She was awesome, and she's someone who I admire dearly, who I see as a mentor, and who I see myself staying connected with after graduation. If I were given the opportunity to do it all over again, I would say yes. I would think about it a little more, but I would definitely say yes, and yes to it all. All of this has allowed me to learn so much about leadership with Shelby and diversity with Iris. It gave me the privilege to personally meet Dr. Kadimian and Mr. Simon via Zoom. I was able to interact with students from other programs, and I even got to slightly tutor some of our mentees on physics, which that I'm proud of alone. So looking back, it was as if every door led to another open one. So I get to truly say that I had an amazing college experience. All in all, I feel incredibly blessed to be part of USG and know that my accomplishments here were only possible with the prayers and the love from my family, from my friends, from my boyfriend, and the encouragement from all of my academic leaders. I know this past year was a challenge for everyone, and while I may not know each of you personally, know that I am so proud of you and all of your achievements. And as our evening comes to an end, I want to leave you with a quote: life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. So I encourage you to be yourselves unapologetically, be genuine in all that you do, and you will excel in all the chances you take. Thank you so much. I hope everyone has a great evening.